Welcome everybody to the United Drivers League British Grand Prix Season 3. This is now round 9 of the Season 3 calendar, as we just got done with the Austrian GP, and we actually, oh crap, I forgot, oh wow. I actually forgot to invite a driver, young Vicho. I forgot to invite him. I just got a message from him saying that I forgot to invite him. Wow, that was a... Gonna send young Vicho an invite to the lobby. So we are here at the British Grand Prix. Gonna invite young Vicho here for a minute. I'm sorry about the blue screen. But yes, this is the British Grand Prix, everybody. This race is this will be a 26-lap race. There are 18 turns here at the Silverstone circuit, as this is a very classic track. There's been a lot of great races here. Last year, this race was won by, this race was actually where the Toro Rossos got their first ever win. They got their first ever win ever here in the United Drivers League, as I believe it was Rick who got the win in his third ever race. He made his debut in Season 2 at the Canadian GP, and then just like that, he would get his first ever win in his third ever race. It was Snipper Pig. No, it was actually X Breezy in second, as he pulled off a very great move to get past the Ferrari of Snapper Pig to take third. Looks like we finally got drivers going out there on the track. That is the Williams of Drew Yu, I believe. He will be the first one. I don't know what's going on with him, but he's already all the way out into the grass. Not what you want, and I hope those tires are going to be fine. But we do have the AlphaTauris of Snipper Pig and Publix. Snapper Pig is currently on a roll. He has actually won the 3 races in a row, and believe it or not, he has actually won the last 4 out of 5. The last race that he didn't win was the Monaco GP. That was the race that Dilligaf won. And speaking of Dilligaf, after a not-so-great finish for him last week, Dilligaf is not here today. I believe he told me he was going to a wedding. Yes, so Dilligaf is at a wedding. We are also missing we're missing our third place driver as well. Yeah, we're missing Honos. He is out on a hunting trip, and coincidentally, Kill the Birdman from the Red Bull team, he's currently in 12th place in the points. He's actually out on a hunting trip his own self. So multiple drivers are out today, as it does look like young Vicho was able to get in. Yeah. But right now, Snapper Pig has been on a tear. He's won the last 3 races in a row. He also got his 14th career win. Drew Yu is the first one to set a lap, as it looks like he has the Renault of young Vicho, as he lets the Williams go by. Very smart move of him. We're going to follow along with Publix here, as he already invalidated his lap, so he might allow Snipper Pig to go, let his teammate go, and we're going to watch these two. Now, Snipper Pig has the most career poles in the UDL F1 history. A little thing about him, though, is that his first lap, he likes to go out and do 2 laps instead of just 1 hot lap. So he almost uses the first lap as a setup for the faster second lap. But yeah, he's currently has 19 poles to his name, the most poles out of anybody in the UDL. We're going to go to his onboard here just to give you what this track looks like. Fun news to anybody that will watch this race, there will be rain. So yes, there will be rain at this race. It will come in right at the very end. It looks like there's Dreamsy right there. He's going to have, Dreamsy's going to have to let him. But let's see how Drew Yu does. We've only followed 2 drivers, it feels like, but let's see how Drew Yu does. He sets a 126.9. I believe that's Snipper Pig, who will be the next one to come in and set a lap. I'm going to try and get that McLaren. Actually, that is Karab, who's out there on a hot lap. And yeah, Snipper Pig sets a 124.5, currently on provisional pole. Karab coming across the line now to get started on his lap, as we're going to go to the racing point of X Breezy here, trying to turn his year around. He thought he was going to turn around at Austria, got involved in a wreck with KD 1997 on lap 2, and that ruined any chance that he had. I feel like that's a Ferrari. It looks like a Ferrari coming up. Yes, that is the Undercut, who just made his debut 2 weeks ago in the last race at the Austrian GP. Finished P8. Not bad for his first ever start in the league. And he sets a 124.6. Really good time from the Undercut there. I believe that's Gunbuck who just came across the line. Yes, he is a brand new driver of the series. Snipper Pig and X Breezy recommended him, and they both think that guy has a really good shot of making a name for himself. Cristorio Alex comes across the line. He sets a 127.3 as KD 1997 comes across the line as he sets a 125.8. Real Space Hero coming across the line. Back in that Red Bull car that we know that he loves to drive so much. He sets a 126.5. And young Vicho, the Puerto Rican, comes across the line to sets a 125.6. That is Publix, or yeah, Snapper Pig going out there. Does he improve on his time? No. But just like I said, he kind of uses that lap to improve. How does Publix do here? Publix sets a 124.8, so Publix gets up to P3. Trying to find out who that is. It looks like, oh, it's probably a Red Bull, I believe, that's letting a driver through. Get to Easy Hurricane here. Easy Hurricane, he hasn't had the best of luck in the last few weeks. He has finished P15, P6, and P15 in his last 3 races. So, not the form that Easy Hurricane has been wanting to have. But let's see how he does here on his qualifying time. A 125.5, good enough for P6 right now. Going to get to Dilsack. Yeah, that's Dilsack coming around in the Mercedes car, trying to go out there and set a lap. I believe that's a Haas, the Haas of KD 1997. Slowing down massively, but I believe he's out of fuel. Yeah, I believe he's out of fuel. Yep. I don't know if Snipper Pig caught up to him, but that's going to be something to watch for, and we'll have to wait and see if Snipper Pig will send that in. I got a Big Rig, my former Haas teammate, coming around to start the lap of the qualifying session, followed by his teammate X Breezy coming around. Speed King 91, the Canadian driver, he's out there today. As I have been told, my mic is having some issues. So, with Speed King here, we're going to get back to the Mercedes there of Dilsack. He's coming around the line, as he will set a 126.2. Going to go back to Bossman here. Now, this is the hometown driver, ladies and gentlemen. This is his home race, just like how last week's race, well, 2 weeks ago, the Austrian GP was Helmate's home race. Yes, this is Bossman's home race. So this is a race that Bossman really wants to do everything he can to improve. That looks like a Red Bull. Yeah, oh, it looks like Speed King got really loose there. And he has a lot of damage to that left front wing. He's definitely going to have to come in and pit, as he's going to have to try and do everything he can to get back in and set a time down. But I hope he doesn't get in the way. I believe that's the car of Easy Hurricane, as I believe that was Big Rig that just came around. Yes, that was Big Rig that just came around, and he improved on his time as he sets a 125.1. But yeah, if I'm Speed King right there, I'm going to try to get into the pits. Hurricane comes into the pits after what looks like a impediment. Following around Cursorial Alex here. Now, if everybody remembers the Austrian GP, he was in the battle. He was in the lead on the final lap of the race. He led about the last 10, 11, 12 laps. And then he got loose. Coming out of the final turn, Snipperpig, who was in second, was able to get through cleanly. But Holnos apparently was not. Holnos and Cursorial Alex collided on the final lap at the final turn that took Holnos out of the race, and it was very heartbreaking. Bossman coming around for his hometown fans. What can he do? He sets a 126.4 on the medium set of tires. Here comes Drew Yu coming around, and Gunbuck, his teammate, are both getting started on some hot laps. I believe that's Dreamzy. Yes, that is Dreamzy, and he sets a 125.1, good enough for P6 at the moment. So right now, Snipperpig is on pole, and he's sitting pretty well and nice. And only challenge that he's got has been the undercut, who has shown tremendous improvement from his pace from last week's race. As I believe that's a racing point of some sort. I believe that's a breezy. But it looks like he's just slowing his car down before he gets it going. Yes, that's what he's doing. Thankfully, I don't think he did anything to the... Yeah, so he was just getting his car ready. I believe that's Cursorial Alex coming around. He is down on his time. Let's see if he can improve. And he does with an amazing lap. 124.9 on the medium tires. What an impressive time from Cursorial Alex to pull that off on the medium tires. I believe that's the undercut who's now coming into pit. Let's take you back to the Williams, where Drew Yu finally has a teammate. Drew Yu finally has a teammate. It is Gunbuck. He is here to team up with Drew Yu, maybe to finally give him somebody to challenge and push him. He does not improve on his time, though, but Gunbuck does improve on his time with a 125.0. So he gets himself up to P6. I believe that's Snipperpig, yes. Yeah, gonna try and get up there to KD really quick, as he does improve on his time, but it's not enough to get him up into the top 10. Currently sitting outside the top 10 in P11. I believe that's Snipperpig. No, that is Publix coming around. He is up on his time. Can he get up to P2? Can it be an AlphaTauri front row? And he does get himself up into P2 with a 124.6. The Red Bull of, I believe that's Speed King. Yes, Speed King is coming around to start a lap. The Canadian driver, followed by Hurricane, who also just came around. But his lap is invalidated, so this whole entire lap is going to mean nothing now. And that is absolutely heartbreaking. So Hurricane is going to have to try his best to get back into the pits. I believe that's Dilsat coming around. So keep in mind, Karab and Speed King, the two buddies, they still have not set a lap this whole entire session. So if I'm Karab, I need to try and get a lap set as best as, you know, as fast as you can. Is that Snipperpig? Yes, that is Snipperpig, and he is up on his time. He is up by a 10th. Coming around the final two turns, around turn 17 and turn 18, onto the straight. He does improve on his time with a 124.3. So Snipperpig now up by 2 tenths, almost 3 tenths above his teammate, Publix. Looks like a Haas is going into the pits. I believe that is Big Rig coming around. He's going to get his lap started. We got a nice gaggle of cars here, as I believe that's the Renault of Hellmade. As, yeah, Publix is coming into the pits. I believe that's the Red Bull of Speed King, who still hasn't set a lap yet. And Karab is now out there on the track. Karab is now out there on the track. As Speed King, he finally does set a lap with a 125.2. Karab is the only one on the board who has not gone a lap in today yet. Is that Dilstat coming around? Yes, but his lap was invalidated. As he comes into the pits, he still has one more chance to improve on his time. If I could take you guys back to last year's pole center, I believe it was Ripper Rick who also got pole for this race and also got the win. So it was a double good day for the Toro Rosso drivers. See how Karab can do here, as he will finally get a lap started. Karab today making his 16th ever race start here in the UDL F1 series. Still looking for that first ever podium. He is still trying to chase after it. Bossman just started a lap. Let's see, Helmate. Oh, but his time is invalidated as young Vico. Looks like he's, I think, going to start a lap because 2:17, that's not where you want to be. So we're now finally getting under the 3 minutes, folks. A lot of folks are still in the pits. Currently only have 5 cars out on track. Got about a 6th car that's about to come out onto track, but we're now getting into that time frame where everyone is going to try and battle for their spots. We're going to go up to Karab here, as he will be the first one. Going to follow around with him. Karab currently sitting in 8th place in the point standings with 47 points, along with his McLaren team, who are currently in 3rd. He is without his teammate Honos today, who is currently out hunting. So Karab carrying the McLaren name today all by himself. So tons of pressure on the young Canadian driver. Next up, coming around to finish the lap, will be the hometown driver of Bossman. But what does Karab does? Getting his first lap on the board. He sets a 125.71. Good enough for P12. But Bossman, he invalidates his lap at the final turn, so he's going to have to try and improve on that or do another lap around. Hopefully he has the fuel or the ERS for it. That's KD coming around, as he will finally get started on his final lap. So he will probably be the first one to get the checkered flag when it comes to finishing his lap. That is young Vicho getting started on his lap. I believe that's the Mercedes and AlphaTauris right by each other. And yeah, track is getting busy. Track is getting busy, folks. They are coming out. I believe that's Gunbuck coming around to... I think he's starting a lap now. I wasn't exactly sure, but he is right now starting a lap. And there's a whole gaggle of cars right there going into turn. I believe that is turn... I can't find it. I have my map. Yeah, into turn 3 and 4. Yeah, into turn 3 or 4. There is a whole gaggle of cars. They're all on top of each other. I believe that's Drew Yu coming around. Yep. As Karab, let's see what he can do. Can he improve on his time? And is that Bossman? I think he just let Bossman go. He does. Bossman is up on his time massively too. He invalidated his lap. What can the hometown driver do? This is it. He gets himself up to P12, but that's a good time. That's a very good, respectable time from the hometown driver. What does Kyle Dyer do? He sets a 124.5, gets himself up into P2 to take the top 2 spots away from the AlphaTauris. To take it away from the AlphaTauris. Bunch of drivers are coming around now. Gotta find them. As I believe the undercut has just retired from the session. Yes, he has. X-Breezy coming around. I think there has to be a timing error where it's telling me it's this, but everybody else is still being allowed to go. So, qualifying, I don't think, is over yet. So, yeah, it's not over yet, except for the undercut, as the real Space Hero is the only one that has gotten the checkered flag. So, as I try to find that Williams, yes. Okay, so I guess it will all start with the Williams here. Publix does not, he does not improve on his time. He does not try to get that AlphaTauri front row. Let's see what Drew Yu can do, though. Gets himself up into P16 with a 126.1. How does Karab do? Oh, it looks like he went too wide and invalidated on his lap, so his lap is not going to count. How does Helme do? Can Helme improve on his time? As I believe that's a Mercedes off the Kimmel Straight that's going very slow. I think that's Bossman. Here he comes, and Helme does improve on his time, gets himself up into P13. Hurricane has invalidated his time with Sniffer Pig, who's coming around, but his time is invalidated. I got a big bird coming around. He improves on his time with a 1:24.8. Dreamsy coming around to improve on his time. As that was a 1:25.4, he does not improve on his time. He gets himself just up into P9. As I believe that's Bossman coming in, as that's Dilsak's car coming in. So I don't know what was going on with the timing screen there, but I'm gonna have to probably see somebody stream. Gonna have to try and pull up. But that might be something that, I don't know if there's anything that we can do about that with the way that this game is coded. Alrighty guys, well that's it for qualifying today. Snifferpig is currently on pole. What a day for the AlphaTauri driver. I will apologize for the blue screens here as I got to get the grid. Looks like only one driver will be starting on the medium tires. So I apologize for the blue screens here. Did it not save? Oh, I accidentally saved it as a video clip, so I'm sorry about this, guys. Did not save it as photos. Keep that in mind, folks. We do have a AlphaTauri front row. Still waiting on this game to load. Turn the fan on in my room because it's getting really hot. So let me get the lobby made. So there will be rain at the end of this race. And we haven't seen rain since the Chinese GP of Season 1. That was the last time that we have ever seen rain at a UDL F1 Series race. Let me rise the AI driver level. Race distance, custom grid. It's going to be overcast, very wet. Official. Alrighty. Alright guys, bear with me while I get the rest of the grid in here. But yes, so Snipper Pig is currently on pole. KD 1997, I totally forgot that he actually got a 3-place grid penalty for his wreck in the Austrian GP, where he caused damage to about 2 cars with Dilsack and young Vicho. I forgot that that accident happened and that he did get a 3-place grid penalty for it. Not too bad compared to like a 5-place or a 10-place, where we have seen drivers in the past get a 10-place grid penalty. For instance, X Breezy last year from the Hungarian GP, where he got one. Gonna find one more driver. Yep, I know Gumbuck. Just got the message from him, and I know that. Okay, so still waiting on everybody to get in here and for everybody to get into their cars. Karab is here. Snipper Pig is here. We're waiting on Publix to get in here. Still waiting on KD 1997 to get in here. Still waiting on Bossman to get in here. Once again, I'm sorry about the blue screen, folks. I just gotta let these guys know that they need to get in here. I don't want your guys' time to be wasted, and I don't want my time to be wasted. So let's get these drivers in here. Wonder if Publix is also taking a restroom break. Where is KD 1997? What did I just get from KD? Turn yourself online. Okay. So as soon as KD 1997 can get in here, I can get the grid made. Okay, cool. Alright, let me get the grid made. But yeah, just to let you guys know, I mean, Snipper Pig is on a very impressive run, as he has 3 wins in a row, and just like I was saying, he has 4 out of the last 5 wins, which is very, very, very impressive. He got his 14th ever win last 2 weekends ago. Oh no, Gunbuck is in 3rd. So the Williams new driver Gunbuck is actually in 3rd place. Is actually going to be starting in 2nd, thanks to KD 1997's grid place penalty. Okay. All right, let me get Publix up to 3rd. So KD got 2nd. He'll be starting in 5th. Okay. Undercut making a very impressive qualifying day, as he's going to be able to get all the way up to P4. So he's starting in P4 today, making his debut race 2 weeks ago at the Austrian GP. He was having a pretty good race there, racing with the other new driver as well, young Vicho. Unfortunately for his teammate, it didn't work out all that well for him, as his teammate Dilsack was in the lead. They just came out the pits. He was able to get Snipper Pig was not able to get the undercut done on him, so he came out in 1st, and the other guys, he got the undercut done on them. As soon as he went into turn 3, he got loose and just ruined his whole entire race, and it was very sad to see, as we know with the talent that Dilsack possesses, that he could have had a chance to win that race. Get Speed King all the way up to 11. Yeah, so the only grid place penalty today is at KD 1997, who made his first race back since the German GP in Season 2. Where is Helmade here? You also get to see everybody's flags. Bossman's flag may say Jamaican, but he's actually British. But this will be his home race, hoping maybe to finally get his first ever win. I mean, his first win since the Austrian GP of Season 1. He just needs a turnaround race for him. Just like he had last year at the Spa GP and the Monza GP, where he finished in second. Get Drew U into P16, Gilsec into P17, and Real Space Hero into P18. Look over the grid real quick, as yes, that is our grid, okay? And just like I said, guys, there is going to be rain at the end of this race. Yeah, right at the end of this race, there will be rain. I'm going into spectator mode. Going to message the guys to start, and also to Chris, Oriole, Alex to start on. Chris is the only one in the top 10 to start on stops. To start on. Everyone must use their. Very exciting. Yeah, no, we haven't had a rain race since Season 1 at China. And that was a race, I believe, Greco Draybird, he was in that race. A very controversial figure from back then. But yeah, I'm so excited for this race. Hoping that everybody remembers to get their setups onto their car. I have been in lobbies where drivers have forgotten that, and it sucks. You don't want to forget your setups, especially with a setup that I'm going to assume that a few of them were driving with their wet setups in qualifying, knowing that maybe around lap 18, lap 19, I will say around there is when that rain is supposed to come in. But I'm so excited to finally see this because we haven't had rain in so long, guys. It's literally been August 3rd of 2019 since this league has seen any rain. So it's been over an actual year, not a season, over 2 of them, and an actual year. Gunbuck, who is making his debut race today for the UDL F1 series, starting in P2 today. So that's going to be something to watch for. And how will the drivers react to this new guy? Crossorio Alex will be the only one starting on the medium tires in the top 10. He's currently starting in P7. As his Haas teammate will be starting in P5 thanks to the 3-place grid penalty that he got from the Austrian GP. I hope you guys are excited as I am. I'm actually pretty excited. This is going to be a lot of fun. I hope I remembered to turn the formation lap on. I really hope I did. Do not want to go through all of that again. Okay, I did. Alright. Alright, cool. Trying to fix the camera. Don't know what's going up with the camera here. Alright, so I don't know what's going on with the camera here. Let me get the track map on. The full track map is on. Getting everything that I need as far as tires. There we go. We finally got the camera that I needed. So let me run you through the grid. All right, the guy that has been setting the league on fire, currently the points leader and getting another pole to add to his name. And he has won the last 4 out of 5 races in the UDL. Snipper Pig in the AlphaTauri on pole. Gunbuck making his debut today. His first ever race starting in P2. Snipper Pig's teammate, he will be starting in P3. I believe he wasn't at the Austrian, actually he was at the Austrian GP race, and he finished 4th. The Undercut making a very impressive statement today without his teammate Dilligaf, starting in P4. KD with the 3-place grid penalty, originally qualified in P2, he will be starting in P5. I Got a Big Rig will be starting in P6. Crossorio Alex had that huge mistake in the last race, spinning out at the final turn in the lead. He will be starting in P7. Breezy trying to change his year around, starting in P8. Dreamsy started the year strong, but is starting to fall flat the last few races. He will be starting in P9. Young Vicho, he will be starting in P10 in his second ever race. Speed King trying to get over the accident from last week's race, starting in P11. Easy Hurricane will be starting in P12 today. He has finished P15, P6, and P16 the last three races. Helmade, the Austrian driver, starting in P13, and his buddy Bossman starting in P14. This is Bossman's home race. Krop, he's been on a dry spell the last few weeks, starting in P15. Drew Yu will be starting in P17. Dilsack in P17, and the real space hero in his first race since the Austrian GP, starting in P18. Well, the lights are on, folks, as we are getting ready. Gonna wait till I hear the engines. Those engines are revving up. Oh, when are we going? Go! As Snipper Pig gets off the line pretty well, but what does Gumbuck do? As Gumbuck looks like he's going to take the lead as his teammate Publix gets a way better run and gets out in front of him for P2 with the undercut. Looking for a move as Snipper Pig is falling down massively. He's still in P3 though, with I Got a Big Rig in KD 1997 right behind, as Big Rig kind of goes wide there. The undercut trying to look for a move as they are side by side. Racing with Snipper Pig here. Can he get the move done? Ooh, and it looks like he goes wide. Not the move that the undercut wanted there. As I Got a Big Rig was able to get around to take P5. Cursorial Alex facing a lot of heat from Dreamsy here. As Dreamsy doesn't look like he has a move there, so he will tuck in behind. But hey, in his first race, Gunbuck is in the lead and is going to look to take the... It's going to look to lead the first lap of this race. The undercut is falling massively. He is not doing well. Oh, and he gets loose. Gets loose. Can he keep it straight? He does. And his teeth does not spin out. I wonder if he was driving with the same setup as he... Just not the start that he needed. Now, keep in mind, the race is now dry, so some of these guys are probably running with a wet setup on a dry track, as they know at the end of the race, it's going to get wet. Gunbuck leads the first lap of the race. As the undercut, just horrible for him as his day right now. He can still salvage it, though, as he is currently in P13. Hurricane was getting a little bit wide there, as we do have a yellow. It looks like it's the real space hero. He is out there. So the real space hero, oh, as the undercut gets a corner cutting penalty, a 5-second penalty for gaining a place. Oh, as I apologize, it looks like Publix has taken the lead from Gunbuck there. I apologize for missing that. But yes, Publix has taken the lead of this race. Gunbuck starting to fall down a little bit. It looks like there's something going on. I believe it's the undercut again. Not the race that undercut has been needing at all. This has not gone well for the undercut. Starting in P4 as his day is, he is now all the way down into last. Don't know if it's the setup or not that is not doing him any favors at all, as we got another yellow. It looks like that's Bossman, the hometown driver, as he's into the wall. He's into the wall, as we got another driver, Drew Yu. It looks like he's around. So what in the world is going on? If these drivers are trying to drive with a wet setup, it's not working out for them. Honestly, I would have sacrificed, you know, the dry setup and just deal with the whole wet, you know, for the next 8 laps and try to build a gap. If this is the cause of a wet setup, then that's just so unfortunate for so many of these guys who are trying to make a statement today in the British GP. Especially with guys who need points, as Dreamsy needs a lot of points. And he's actually not doing too bad, currently sitting in P7. Not a lot of moves being done, but Gunbuck looks like he's getting awfully close. It is currently lap 3, so DRS is now available. KD 1997 holding himself there very well. It looks like Hurricane went for a pass on Helmid there to get himself into P11. I'm going to try and do my best. I am by myself, so I'm not going to have the best chance of getting everybody's passes and overtakes. But Snipper Pig currently breathing down the neck of that Williams driver of Gunbuck, making his debut today. Cursorial Alex still holding himself pretty well, currently sitting in P6. Gunbuck looks like he's going to go for a move here. Side by side, he's got the elbows out. Ooh, and they make contact a little bit. Gunbuck not backing down. Neither is Publix, as Public beats him out. What a great move by Publix there. Great defensive driving, as great shot. And KB 1997 is still there as well, still trying to challenge these guys. Snipper Pig, the current points leader. He's also on a 3-race winning streak, so that's going to be something to watch for. I don't know if I saw a raindrop or not. I mean, it's still just supposed to be overcast, but we'll have to wait and see. Gunbuck, it goes in. Oh, it's out. As Snipper Pig's going for a move, he goes way down the inside, takes advantage of that big turn, as he will get up into P2. X Breezy was able to get around Dreamsy there for P7. And reminder, Breezy, this is a track that he considers to be one of his favorite tracks in the game. He's always done well here, especially the last 2 years, where last year he finished in P2. It is getting busy over here. Watch for Cursorial Alex to make a move here pretty soon, as he is the only one on the medium tires in the top 10. Snipper Pig looks like he's going to go for a move on his teammate here to take the lead, as he does, but Publix, that looks like he kind of lets him by, but Big Rig gets up into P4. He takes P4 away from KD 1997 there. Oh, and Cursorial Alex, I think he got loose. He did. He did get loose. Don't know if there's any damage on the car. Don't know what happened there, but that's not what he needed. He needed to take advantage of the tires that he was on, and that's going to throw it all down the drain for Cursorial Alex. Ooh, it looks like he went off the track there. Yeah, he did. He got really wide, so now he's feeling the pressure from Big Rig, who's trying to get his third podium of the year, as he is now up into P3. So what a race so far from Big Rig. So Gunbuck starting in P2, he's kind of falling down all the way to P4. KD 1997 still holding very well in P5 in the spot that he started in. But now these guys, they don't have to worry about the medium tire runner of Cursorial Alex, that they were all going to have to kind of think about what their strategy was going to be, knowing that he was the only one in the top 10 starting on the medium tires. Gonna go down the grid here, but this straight, the Kimmel straight, this is a straight where you can get so much speed to be able to make a move. But I have to imagine these two teammates are probably, if they are going to go for a move, it's just going to be trading slots and not trying anything dumb or risky. Doesn't look like any moves are going on. Looks like Hellmade and Karab currently sitting right now in P12 and P13 and P14. But Big Rig looks like he went for a move. Wait, what happened to Publix there? What happened to him? I don't know if Big Rig was going for a move. Maybe he went for a move there. I'm sorry that we didn't catch that. I was trying to fill out the rest of the grid, but Publix is now all the way down to P4 as Big Rig impressing. This is, if he could finish in P2 today, I don't know if that would be the highest finish that he will ever have. I'm pretty sure he did finish in P2 at the Azerbaijan GP. But Publix is now all the way down into P4, now feeling the pressure from KD 1997, as Big Rig has now gone under a second to Snapper Pig's time. Nope, now he gets up right over to a second. As they go into Maggots and Beckett's here. But yeah, Publix, I can tell, is now feeling the pressure from the Haas of KD 1997 here. one of the former commentators in this league. Oh, is that Cursorial Alex? He looks like he's going for a move there. Yeah, he does. He's going for a move on young Vicho as he takes P9 from the Renault in his second ever career race, as this is Cursorial Alex's third ever career race. Cursorial Alex trying to get himself back up there with the front runners with his medium tires. Cursorial Alex did just set the fastest lap of the race, so he is pushing as best as he can to get himself back up there. Snipper Pig currently right now setting the pace after me saying that Big Rig was able to get his time down to underneath a second. Snapper Pig has now pushed his gap out to 0.6, as Big Rig is clearly out of the DRS zone. I believe Dreamzy is getting close to Breezy there. Doesn't look like Publix is going for a move on Gumbucks yet, but follow this. But Dreamzy, the last 3 races hasn't been all that great for him. As the start of the year, he won the Australian GP. He does admit that he had a lot of luck to win the Chinese Grand Prix, as there was a lot of things that went his way with a lot of drivers getting drive-through penalties and all of that. But it hasn't been all that. Oh, as Publix is, he spun. Oh, and Speed King gets into him. As there's and there's a big crash with Publix and young Vicho and Breezy. A safety car has come out as Publix is out of the race. Huge crash on the Kimmel Straight. Oh no, it has gone so bad. As Big Rig has now taken a 5-second time penalty for a severe collision with Gunbuck, but Gunbuck was behind him. But big crash, very big crash. Almost everybody's going to come in and pit, except it looks like Hurricane, but I imagine that would have to do with more with his teammate. Let's see what everybody does. It is a busy pit road, folks, but yeah, get a free pit stop in while you can. And that rain, now that there's a safety car out, this rain, we know it. Wow, just, wow, what a wreck. Horrifying wreck. As Bossman, oh no, for Bossman, he gets a drive-through penalty. He gets a drive-through penalty. So that will be something to watch for. Bossman gets a drive-through. But Hurricane currently right now in the lead. He didn't pit, but I imagine he's going to pit here soon. And Snipper Pig currently sitting in P2. He was having a nice gap, but there's just a horrible wreck. Also, I apologize for any of the mic issues, guys. I think I gotta go by the mic. But what a horrible crash. That was a very horrible crash, a very dangerous crash, as I feel like there was about 5 or 4 cars there that were involved, and that was just scary. Very, very scary. Wow, what a wreck. Gonna wait for Hurricane here, see what he does, but see if he does pit. It looks like Hurricane didn't pit, Space Hero didn't pit, Bossman didn't pit, Drew U didn't pit, so, oh, and Hurricane's going to stay out. All right. Hey, I mean, he needs to turn it around, so this is the best chance for him to do it. It looks like there is another driver that's pitting. I believe that's Bossman. I believe I don't know what he's doing there, but he just lost out on 3 spots. Wow, what a wreck. I need to catch my breath from that. That was a very intense wreck. Like, scary. I feel so bad for Publix there, though. It looks like Breezy got involved, young Vicho got involved, Speed King was involved in that wreck. I believe there was another driver that was involved, but I couldn't tell who it was. But that was just a very intense wreck. Don't know what's going on over here. Austin and Cressorial Alex are now trading spots, but that's going to be something to watch for with Cressorial Alex. He is a very fast driver as he's out there on the softs. Going to go up here to the field. I'm going to run you guys down the field here really quickly. So Hurricane will be restarting in P1 here after the safety car comes in. Don't know if it'll come in. I mean, I believe it will probably come in on this lap. But Hurricane will be starting in P1. He did not pit. He's starting on 8-lap old tires. Snapper Pig, when he passed his teammate, he was starting to take control of this race. He's now currently in P2. Big Rig has been a massive mover of the day so far. Let me go find and I mean, he's already made up 3 spots, so he's had a very good day. The safety car is in this lap. Yep, safety car is in this lap. But Gunbuck already so far impressive in his debut today. Starting in P4, the real space hero. He will be starting in P5. KD 1997 starting in P6. Oh, it looks like Helmade got into an incident there. But here we go. We gotta wait. I hope Hurricane knows that he is not slowed down enough because I don't think it's in the pits, is it? I hope it doesn't slow him down. I really hope it doesn't slow him down. But he did not. Got a pretty good start there, but Big Rig now under Snapper Pig now under attack from Big Rig there. So if Big Rig wants to get a move done, he has to do it now. Or at least, oh, and it looks like KD 1997 goes for a move on the real space hero there. Does not pull the move off. Battling very close with Dreamsy there. I imagine Dreamsy was not the biggest fan of that, as KD was kind of all over the place there. As, oh, and it looks like contact was made there as also Cressorial Alex. So the Haas's, they got the elbows out already in this race. The elbows are already out. X Breezy getting around the Red Bull there as X Breezy is on the soft tires. So interesting choice from Breezy there as he chose to not pit for a set of medium tires like everybody else. He's going out there on the soft. Oh, as what happened here? What happened? For sorry, Alex, he is all the way turned around. He is turned around coming out of cops as he has a damaged wing. So this day has not been going well for Cressorial Alex at all. Not the day that Cressorial Alex has been wanting at all. Bossman gets around the real space hero. But look at this. Snipper Pig going down the inside of Easy Hurricane. He does pull it off and gets himself up into P1. And Big Rig, he knows that he needs to get around Easy Hurricane here. Goes down the inside. They're going to go down side by side, elbows out, but Hurricane has to give up the spot. And now Gunbuck is under the attack. He's trying to get around Easy Hurricane as well and make quick use of him. Oh, as he clips Hurricane. Gunbuck clips Hurricane, but he was able... Oh, and what happened there? Did Dreamsy running to the back of him? What has happened to Hurricane? Chaos is reigning supreme in this race. So Easy Hurricane, how unfortunate for him. X Breezy getting around the real... Oh, what a cluster of a race this is. But Snipper Pig currently the leader. And let's not forget, folks, there is going to be rain in this race. Rain is going to come. Space Hero looks like he's going to challenge X Breezy here through Maggots and Beckett's. The undercut gets around Drew Yu here. As Gunbuck looks like he's going for a move on I Got a Big Rig. Yes, as there is another yellow. There is another yellow that looks like it's the Red Bull of Real Space Hero. So the Real Space Hero is turned around. But Gunbuck has got around the racing point of I Got a Big Rig. So Space Hero, does he have any damage on his car? It looks like he doesn't, but he did spin as... Oh, as Bossman has been disqualified. Bossman has been disqualified from the session as he is in a dangerous spot. Oh, as the undercut. He didn't take the drive-through penalty, so he did not do the drive-through. So he is disqualified from the race. So Bossman in his home Grand Prix is out from this race. How unfortunate. Looks like KD 1997 going for a move on one of his buddies, Dreamsy, there in the Alfa Romeo, both of them in the Ferrari-powered cars. What an interesting race this has been. Very chaotic as well. Very, just a chaotic mess all through and through. But Dreamsy howling behind the Haas of KD there. Going into Nuggets and Beckets. What can he do? Does he have anything for the Haas? He has the DRS. Looks like he's going to throw him a dummy move there. Speed King looks like he's getting close there to the racing point of Breezy. The Renault teammates are battling it out. Young Vicho trying to show his teammate that he's not just some nobody in this league, as Dilsack also gets around. Drew Yu makes a pass, goes up into P9 as he will try and salvage the day for the Mercedes team, since his teammate was disqualified from the race. Unfortunate for his teammate, as this will not be the bounce back race that he needs. When is that rain going to come, folks? Especially since we had the safety car. So that had to, it's going to come soon, folks. We know that. Looks like Drew, you might be challenging. No? Don't have a lot of challenges just yet. Looks like Hurricane's going to try and challenge. Unfortunate for him, as he started in P1 when the safety car came in, so very unfortunate for him. Dreamsy trying to do anything he can to get close to that Haas of KD 1997. He would have started in P2 today if it wasn't for the 3-place grid penalty that he got at the Austrian GP. Does he have anything for him here? It looks like he doesn't. He does not have a move. Does the Speed King have a move for Breezy? As he does, but Breezy goes for the over and under there. He tries to cuts back as well, but that's not one of the best turns to do it, though. He's going to try and get it on those soft tires. What a move from Speed King. And Speed King gets himself up all the way up into P6. Cressorial Alex now trying to bounce back from the horrible race that he's having. He does have a damaged right front end plate on that front wing. So Cressorial Alex driving with a very damaged wing. But he will get his chance, folks. Gumbuck still chasing down the AlphaTauri of Snipper Pig here. Getting closer and closer. Bigger trying to do anything he can to stay in that tow of the two drivers in P1 and P2. But so far, the day has belonged to Snipper Pig, as he's going to try and do everything he can to salvage the day for the AlphaTauri team. They are also currently #1 in the constructor point standings as well. And how unfortunate for his teammate to be involved in that wreck. It doesn't look like Gunbuck is going to have anything for him there. Dreamsy, does he have anything there for KD? No, he does not. Does Breezy have anything here for Speed King? No, but Cressorial Alex having a battle. Looks like young Vicho may have gotten a little bit loose there. Got passed by Cressorial Alex and Hurricane. Here comes the Red Bull. Oh, it looks like Breezy's trying to go for a move here. But it didn't look like he had anything to do. It wasn't close. Dreamsy still breathing down the neck of KD 1997 to get into that P4 spot. Can't believe it's lap 15. It feels like it's already lap 20. These three are battling very well. The undercut pretty soon is now in that battle with Speed King and Breezy. Cressorial Alex getting around the Williams of Drew Yu. Drew, you know, he probably knows that his new teammate is doing real well, but he wants to prove that he belongs here with his new teammate. Undercut now chasing down the back of the Red Bull. Dreamsy and KD, they're still battling. Dreamsy looks like he's finally in the move to pass. He is. He gets through. He clears him massively. So Dreamsy now up in front. Does KD provide an answer back? Doesn't look like he will have an answer. But Dreamsy now up into P4. KD goes really wide. And the other battle, the battle for P6 between Speed King, the undercut, and X Breezy here. X Breezy with a very interesting call to go on a pair of softs instead of a pair of mediums. Speed King trying to defend for his life from the undercut. The undercut looks like he has a lot of pace here. He was having a lot of trouble at the beginning of the race from, I think it had to be something with the setup, but he was having a lot of issues. But it looks like he's got it under control now as he is now up into P6. So what a comeback from the undercut here. Yes, he did start in P4, was able to get himself up into P2, and then he fell all the way down to last, and now he's all the way back up to P6. So the undercut can really save this day. Breezy goes really wide there, going into Cops. Cops corner. KD 1997 still trying to get back into that battle. It looks like he's not using any ERS as he's saving that ERS as best as he can. Snipper Pig still in the lead of this race. Gunbutt still haven't been able to bring an answer, as just I was saying that, Snipper Pig just sets the fastest lap of the race. Homemade and Young Vicho, the two Renault guys, battling it out here for P13. Good little teammate battle between them. It may not be for points. They're going to need a lot of things to fall in their way for themselves to get into the point spots. But you have to imagine that they are definitely battling for pride on who is the better teammate of the two, especially in their second ever race together. KD. Dreamsy was just behind him for a lot of that, for most of those 5 laps, as KD was trying to do everything he can to keep him behind. But Dreamsy, ever since he's gotten out in front, he has cleared him massively. Ever since Speed King has got out in front of Breezy, he hasn't had an answer for him, as he's just kind of been stuck behind the Red Bull of Speed King the whole entire time. Go look at the yeah, I was about to say, I knew there was something about the Dilfsack here. He's been having a pretty good race, and he can get the Mercedes team some points, as he is our biggest mover of the day, as he has moved up 8 spots, as he also started, I believe, yeah, he started next to last in this race. So he's starting in he's currently right now sitting in P9. Can he salvage the day for his Mercedes teammate who got disqualified from this race? So far, what a day it has been for Dilsat. But right now, Snipper Pig is the leader of the race. Very unfortunate for his teammate, as he was in that huge 4-car wreck. It was a very huge wreck. KD's starting to get close, though. KD's starting to get really close to Dreamsy again here. I think he is on the overtake button. Yeah, I see it. He is on that overtake button, trying to get back into that battle for P4 and take P4 away from the Alfa Romeo driver, as Dreamsy knows he's been needing to turn his luck around. He did get P4 last week at Austria, but for him to have any chance in the championship, it's just not enough. Oh, I think I saw the switch. I think I saw the switch, folks. Rain is coming. Yes, rain is here, folks. Rain is here. So it is now raining. This will be the thing to watch, and it's supposed to rain heavy, very heavy. Who is going to be the wet master, especially now since we have 8 laps to go in this race? Snipper Pig, so far in the dry, has been in control of this race. We have not seen the rain since Season 1, folks. Since Season 1 at the Chinese GP. So this is the first time, as it looks like Drew Yu is... Easy Hurricane's going to be the first one. So Easy Hurricane, he's going to be the first one to say, you know what, I'm going to try and take advantage of this. Let me put on the intermediate tires. Interesting call. So we're going to see some interesting strategies. As Drew Yu, he's going on the full wets. Drew Yu is out there on the full wet tires, as Hurricane is out there on the intermediate tires, folks. This is going to get interesting. Who is going to do what? What tires are they going to put on? I'm excited to watch this. But Snapper Pig right now still in control of this race. Gunbuck only 1.7, but Big Rig, he is in line to get his 3rd podium of the year if he can just keep that car straight. But I wonder who's going to buy first. Gunbuck's starting to bite into that gap a little bit. I will say that on the slick so far, Gunbuck has... Oh, as we have a spin. It's Drew Yu. He may have made the mistake of going out there on the wet tires. I don't think the wet tires were the best one. I think Hurricane made the right call for the intermediate tires for the first 3 laps, but I don't think the wet tires were the best choice today, Drew Yu. Especially this early with 7 laps to go. Yeah, he's having a hard time. Just not what Drew Yu needed at all. Just not what he needed. He's going to be lapped here pretty soon as the leaders are starting to catch up. Gunbuck slowly but surely eating into that gap. But I hope Drew Yu doesn't cause a massive wreck here. Rain is coming. That rain is falling. Oh, does he keep it straight? Does he keep it straight? The leaders are about to come up too, especially Pig. Let's see, he's going through Meggetts and Beckett's. Can he hold it? Nope. I mean, I kind of don't blame him cutting the corner there, but I don't think it was the right choice. Here comes Snipper Pig. Hopefully he doesn't do any harm to him, as he is staying massively away. I think Snipper Pig is just holding his distance from Drew Yu. Oh, he kind of goes wide. Does he pit? Oh, yes he does. He does pit. So it is Gunbuck. So they both pit. Does Big Rig pit? Big Rig does not. Big Rig stays out. Dreams he pits. Oh, and we have a yellow. It's the real Space Hero. The slick tires have now gone to him, folks. This is going to be so interesting to watch. I'm excited. What does Snipper Pig choose to go on? Snipper Pig choose to go on the wet tires. Okay. What does Gunbuck decide to go on? Oh, did he get a penalty? Did Gunbuck have a type of penalty that we didn't know? Dreamsy goes out onto the intermediate tires. KD 1997, he's going out onto the intermediate tire. Breezy is going to choose to go out on the wets. Gunbuck has decided to go out on the wets. Interesting strategies are being played out, folks, but Snipper Pig got massive help. Oh yeah, that's right. On the safety car lap, when Gunbuck and Big Red made contact with each other, which then gave both of them a 5-second time penalty. So yeah, so Gunbuck had to take the 5-second stop and go. But Hellmade, slicks are still possibly running well. Maybe. Don't know. I mean, it's only been raining for 3 laps, so I don't know if the track is completely there yet. Snapper Pig just only out there on the wet tires. Don't know if it's there yet, but so far he's controlling the car very well. Big Rig still has a nice gap. Looks like Dreamsy and Gunbuck. Oh, as we have a yellow, I wonder if Gunbuck got a little bit loose there. Gunbuck, remember, he went out onto the wets as Real Space Hero. He's currently, he's having trouble. Those slicks are not working out for him. Speed King has chosen to pit. Oh, as Dilsack gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in pit lane. Oh no, that's not what you want. How unfortunate there for Dilsack. DRS has now been disabled. DRS has now been turned off, folks, which pretty much means that track is not meant for, as Snipperpig getting really loose there. Yeah, once DRS has been disabled, that doesn't mean very well. Snipperpig went massively off the track there. He was not anywhere close on the track. Hellmate also had a time penalty as well, but it is pretty much fun watching these guys, especially if you don't know. Oh, as Dreamzy, he's going for a move on Snipperpig as he gets it. He gets in front. So Snipperpig made a mistake somewhere, but now with the whole wet tires, but Dreamzy is now in front of Snipperpig. Wow, interesting. Very interesting. We only have a few drivers, actually, there's only been 2 drivers who haven't pitted yet. The Undercut and Big Rig. Big Rig, he's trying to get his first ever win in this league. Oh, and Speed King, he gets out in front of Pig, so maybe the intermediate tires was the best choice to go on, but then we will see in the next 4 laps. Oh, unfortunate. He just got another 5-second penalty for speeding into pit lane after he already has a 5-second stop and go that he's going to have to deal with. But Dilsack, he gets out in front of Gunbuck. So right now, the intermediate tires are showing to be the best option right now in the current track conditions. The Undercut, he's in the pits. Where is Dreamzy at? They're still in the pit lane. We have a spin. It looks like young Vicho has spun, yes, but does Dreamzy get out in front of him? Where do they stand? Yes, Dreamzy is out in front. So Dreamzy currently in P1. Speed King, does he get out in front of Big Rig? Yes, he does. So Speed King currently in P2. Big Rig in P3 as KD goes into P4, but Big Rig decides to go out on the wet. So right now, the track has mainly been the best for the intermediate tires, but that could change here in the next 4 laps. So this could be a great call by Big Rig here, but we got to keep in mind that he has the 5-second time penalty. What in the world is going on? So let's see if we have any battles here. The Undercut decided to go out there on the intermediate tires, as it looks like that's Hellmate who has spun. Yes, Hellmate is spun there out of turn 4 and turn 5. But so far, I mean, the intermediate tires look like they have been the best tires. Oh, as we have Big Rig! Big Rig has spun! Big Rig has spun himself out of P3. How unfortunate for him, as he has spun out of P3. So Cursorial Alex right now goes up into P7, but Big Rig has fallen all the way down to P8. But we have another, is that another spin? No, I don't think we have another spin. But right now, the way it sits, Dreamzy in P1, Speed King in P2, KD in P3. Trying to look for a battle here with Cursorial Alex. He is now breathing down the neck, so Snipperpig might have made the wrong choice to go out on the wets. Snipperpig, he was in the lead the whole entire day, and the strategy call for him to go out on the wets with the track. Maybe if the rain came out around lap 15, the wets could have probably worked. As Gunbuck said, yeah, this is not working at all. As we have seen, it has not gone well for the guys on the wets, but the guys who chose to go out there on the intermediate tires, those are the ones that have gained the most. But Dreamzy has definitely gained the most out of all of this. He's currently sitting in P1. Snipperpig is right now currently on pace to have his worst finish since last year's Brazilian GP race, where he finished in P10. He's always finished inside the top 5. It looks like his 3-race winning streak is coming to an end today. Hellmate has gone into the pits as he is retired from the race. So Hellmate has retired from the race. He has decided, I'm not going to deal with this anymore. This is too much. But currently, right now, it looks like the Undercut, he's trying to get a move on to KD here. KD hasn't gotten a podium finish since the Azerbaijan GP race back in season 2. That was the 4th race of the year. That was his last ever podium in this series. The undercut, this is his 2nd race ever here in the UDL F1 series. This is his 2nd ever race in the UDL F1 series as he is trying to get his first ever podium, but this would be a great start for him. But so far, Dreamzy is in control as he is on pace to get his 3rd ever win of this series. He's on pace right now to get his 3rd ever win this year, not his 3rd ever win of all time. Oh, and Katie goes off the track! Katie goes off the track, and undercut gets out in front of him as he takes P3. So the undercut in his 2nd race ever is looking to get his 1st ever podium finish. But Katie made a mistake somewhere. The undercut now sitting in P3 as they are now starting to come around the final few turns. That track is getting very, very wet. Oh, as we have another, oh, as Breezy has spun. Breezy and Gunbuck, it looks like they have collided. Yeah, it looks like Gunbuck and X Breezy have collided with each other. What a, not the day that Breezy has been needing at all. How unfortunate for X Breezy there. But Dreamzy coming now. Oh, as KD, he may have lost out on a spot to the undercut, but he is not done yet. He is still trying to battle for that final, for that final podium spot. White flag is out, folks. This is the final lap of what has been a chaotic British Grand Prix. I would say this is maybe the best British Grand Prix that we've had so far. Yeah, this has by far been the best British Grand Prix we've ever had. So much has happened in this race. Dreamzy still in control of this race while we have a very close battle here going for P3 as KD about 2 laps ago just gave up P3 to the undercut while he is trying to get his 1st ever podium in just his 2nd ever race. Speed King trying to catch up to Dreamzy as best as he can, but Dreamzy is holding himself pretty well with the intermediate tires. Snapper Pig sitting all the way down into P7, 27 seconds behind. Going out onto the wet tires was not the correct choice. Does the undercut, does KD have anything here for the undercut? He's trying, but it doesn't look like he's going to get anywhere. Through Maggots and Beggots they go down the Kimmel Straight. Dreamzy, he hasn't won since the Chinese GP, but today was a statement win today, getting his 3rd win, a win that he has been needing while he sits in P2 in this series in the standings. Coming around the final 2 turns as Dreamzy from the Alfa Romeo team will get his 3rd win of the year as Speed King comes across the line to take P2. The undercut comes across the line as he will take P3 as KD will take P4 as the undercut will get his 1st podium ever in a very entertaining way as the Hurricane, he's going for a move on the current championship leader, just taking advantage of the wet tire runners. Dilsack had a time penalty as he finished, thank you, hanger straight. I was getting that straight wrong. Thank you, Sebo Pie, as it looks like Hurricane is coming down as he will take P7, but Big Rig going for a move on Snipper Pig here. They are battling it out. Oh, as Snipper Pig gets loose, as he will go all the way down to P9. Oh, as he gets very loose, but no, but Big Rig with the penalty. He will go all the way down to P10 as the real Space Hero will finish in P9, Young Bicho P12, Gumbuck in P12, and Karab in P13. But the winner of the race, folks, is Dreamzy, getting his 3rd win of the race. His 3rd win of the year. As, yeah, driver of the day, I will say definitely belongs to Dilsack as he started in P17 and finished in P6. This was a chaotic race, folks. This is one of the most chaotic races I've ever seen in this league, and especially the British Grand Prix that we've had. I mean, we have not had a British Grand Prix that great. So this was one hell of a race, folks. It was Dreamsy wins a thriller, a classic race. We had the big wreck that involved about 4 other drivers around lap 8, lap 9, and then just what a race. But yeah, so pretty much Dreamsy is your race winner. Speed King finishes in P2. The Undercut gets his first ever podium in his second ever race. KD finishes in P4. Crisorial Alex finishes in P5. Vilsack finishes in P6. Hurricane in P7. Snapper Pig finishing in P8. This is his worst finish since last year's Brazilian GP. The Real Space Hero finished in P9. Big Rig P10. Young Vicho P11. Gunbuck, he was on for a good day, P12. Karab, P13. X Breezy finishes in P14. Drew U finishes in P15. Helmade finishes in P16. Publix, bad day for him in that wreck, P17. And Bossman, in his home race, he was disqualified as he finishes in last. So very unfortunate day for him. Folks, we are back to racing next Sunday at the same time. We will be back for the, I believe it is the Hungarian GP. Yeah, that is correct. So next week we will be back for the Hungarian GP, folks. It has been a lot of fun to do this race. This has been maybe the best British Grand Prix race of this league. So Dreamsy wins a thriller of a race as... yeah, what a race win for Dreamsy there, and what a chaotic race and finish. So, I am Pecon36, the league owner of the United Drivers League, and I will see you guys next week back on the United Drivers League channel for the UDL F1 Hungarian GP. You guys enjoy your nights.